Is that better? Hey, William. Okay, thank you for that feedback, Chris, because I was not sure. I've never done this. How are you guys doing today? Cheers. Super Bowl Sunday, even though I do not really care about football. But go Chiefs, since they're in my region, right? Hey there. Cool, there's 19 people in here. So is this view like okay? Is it bright enough in here? Hey Ches, great to see you again. You guys look behind me. I've got my record shelves set up. I'm gonna wait to get a few more people in here. Go Chiefs, that's right. Mahomes, right? He's the MVP. Anyway, you guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So yesterday I got my, hey Andrew, I got my IKEA shelves all put together. IKEA Collax. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is just to see how you guys organize your own vinyl collections. And there's, you know, several ways to do it. Do I want to do it just alphabetical, or do I want to do it by genre? I guess I kind of want some feedback on what you guys do, what works for you. I know everyone's different. Ultimately, I'm going to choose what I want to do with my vinyl, right? But I thought I would just kind of get some join in and just tell me how you organize your collection. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on this live chat because that's kind of weird for me already. But yeah, let me know how you organize your collections. At the same time, I'm going to hydrate. You do alphabetical, Michael, cool. Oh, a new release shelf. That's actually a good idea. I would like to do something like that because I tend to, you know, buy too much at a time, and I like to set aside just ones I need or I know I need to listen to. So that's kind of like a reminder shelf. That's actually a decent idea. I'm gonna write some of these down too. Oh, there's some new Who reissues in March. I didn't even hear about that. So just like of their albums, or are they going to do some live reissues? I would like to do a review of their new album. I just need to give it a few more listens. I did buy it on CD. I know some of you have been requesting that, so I need to work on that. Kids Are Alright soundtrack. Cool. I've got that. Mine's kind of in bad shape, but reissue is a good idea. So for organizing, for the time being, my CDs are all over there and they are alphabetical. And I just feel like that's pretty easy for my CDs. I probably won't change that for my CDs, but for vinyl, you know, I'm kind of going back and forth on whether I want to just stick with alphabetical or if I want to do it by genre. I think for shoegaze, I definitely want a few dedicated shelves dedicated to that genre, but as far as doing my whole collection by genre, that might be a little complicated or confusing. You know, if something is a post-punk album, am I going to remember if it's in that pile or alternative, and so on. This live stream is so weird. I'm not used to doing this, you guys. I'm kind of like stepping out of my comfort zone with this. Like it's fun, but I've just had like fears of doing this. So, Jacob, thanks for joining in. How do you organize your collection, Jacob? Depends on the date you bought them. Oh, so do you actually organize things chronologically? I think that would be hard for me to do. That's interesting, though. That kind of reminds me of High Fidelity. Who else is in here? Don't be afraid to say hi. Oh, from Colombia. Awesome. Welcome. Hello. I have separate crates for 2 bands. The Who. Oh, cool. I wonder how I can make the comments stay. I'm just trying to mess with this, you guys. I'm totally new with this. Thank you for being patient. Thanks, Ches. Good to see you. Have a good Sunday. Maybe we'll get a few more people in here. Anyone else? How do you organize your music collection or your vinyl collection? Just trying to get some feedback, you know, for what I want to do. And go from there. I'm trying to hide something here. Oh, so you organize by genre. Okay. Now, do you find that easy to do, or does that trip you up sometimes when you're looking for something because you forgot like what genre you put it in? I think that's the conundrum I would face with doing it by genre. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's easy to separate, you know, if something's classic rock, but I think with some music, the lines are a little blurred. Smart to do it that way, Chris. I'm just thinking I might just go with that and maybe have a few, like I might want to separate power pop and shoegaze from the rest. Or I might just keep it easy and do alphabetical. I don't know. All things I'm trying to figure out before putting them all in there, which will take some time. So what are you guys up to the rest of the day? It's still pretty early here, so depends how OCD you are. Yeah, I'm not really OCD with my music collection. In fact, for now, my CDs are alphabetical, but not alphabetical within the particular letter, if that makes sense. Hi, Chris Cameron. Thanks for being here. So you don't organize your music alphabetically. Basically, my criteria is genre, label, artist. Okay, wow. Soundtracks and compilations separate. That's a good idea too. Like I know some record stores will just put soundtracks in a various pile. I think it's smart to have a separate one for soundtracks. Hey, Christopher. Sweden, woohoo! Represent. I have some Swedish roots. Looks like we've got 30 people in here, so those of you who are just joining, thank you and welcome. I'm just asking how everyone is organizing their vinyl collections, just to get ideas for myself before I start that daunting task. Well, actually, it won't be daunting. It'll be kind of fun, right? I can put on a record and just relax and organize my vinyl. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome, Jacob. I have never been to Alabama. I would love to visit the southern states a little bit more. I have been to Florida. I have been to Savannah, Georgia. I love Savannah, but I haven't been to Alabama or Mississippi or Louisiana. So goals. I've got Gabby, my little sidekick, sitting here. Let's see if you guys can see her right there. Hey, Autumn. Soundtracks go in order by year. Various artists are separated by label and then by year era. Wow, some of you get really deep into the organization, right? That's cool. LP's alphabetical order. CD's not order. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading their comments, you guys. You're providing some good feedback and information. Nice. The only reason I was thinking about doing it by genre is because I saw these really cool, like record separator things that were like nicely made on Etsy, and someone was making and selling them by genre. So, and you can even customize it to what genre you wanted, and you can pick 10 of them for maybe like $130 or something. And I thought that was a really cool way to possibly organize my collection. Do I collect stand-up comedy albums? I do not. At one point I had a Steve Martin comedy album, but I think I just got it in a collection and it's no longer with me. I like some of Adam Sandler's stand-up comedy albums though. I wonder if there's a way I can see who else is in here, because I would like to know who else is joining me. Like I said, I'm new to this live chat thing, so thank you for being patient. Oh, what happened to the Target cubes? So several people did recommend those to me and they were on sale. However, I kept reading the customer reviews and I got scared off because people, and you know, I don't like getting stuff that's all dented up, and people were saying there's scratches on the wood, the boxes are dented. So ultimately I didn't really want to go that route. Hey, Anthony. So I did have them shipped from IKEA because the closest one is in Kansas City, 3.5 hours away. And when figuring it out, I was either I narrowed it down to Walmart or IKEA, right? So then they ended up being the same price, and I just wanted to go with, I guess, the better standard for record shelves. Like everyone uses IKEA, right? So I just kept reading reviews, doing my research, and IKEA seemed like the best option for record shelves. Even though I had to pay $49 for shipping, like I said, it ended up being the same price as the Walmart Better Homes and Gardens ones. Hey, Richard. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with these comments. You tend to group all your favorite artists together, and then the rest are alphabetical. That's a good idea, too. One box for new stuff, one for psych. Cool. Yeah. Earlier in the chat, I was just thinking of possibly just doing it alphabetical, and then I have a lot of shoegaze albums as well as power pop, so probably have a few shelves dedicated to those. I'm just kicking around ideas and seeing what you guys do for input. I think it's kind of a fun topic to discuss, and I'm especially excited to get this project going since my shelves are now set up in this little configuration right here. I've got my stereo equipment on there, which you cannot see because I do want to do a room tour and I don't want to reveal everything right now. Do I collect Blu-ray movies and DVDs? I don't collect movies. I do have a whole box full of DVDs. I have a few Blu-ray movies. I think I have one of them is Step Brothers, but I'm not really a DVD collector. In fact, I don't have my own DVD player even at the moment. So I have the option to watch my DVDs whenever I want with where I'm staying, but I do not collect them. I have a pretty decent Depeche Mode DVD collection though. And thank you to Anthony for sending me something really awesome Depeche Mode related. Hey, David. I think it's easier to have everything in one order as appears to having multiple sections in my collection. Yeah. So that's where like I'm facing a problem. You know, it's like with alphabetical, it's just easy. You can pull a record out, you know where it is. There's no thinking about it really. But with genre, it's also cool, but you have to remember exactly what genre that band is. And that's where it can maybe get confusing. Oh yeah, and there's also subgenres and all that to worry about. Hey Norlis, thank you. This is kind of hard for me to do a live stream, but I'm doing it. The trouble with doing it alphabetically is that a lot of band names begin with the, so this means, okay. Well, when I do alphabetical, I kind of omit the, right? And I just file it alphabetically. Hey Woody, my day's been pretty good. I played tennis a little bit ago and now I have some time, so I just thought I would line up a quick live stream before I get started on my new shelves over here. Purely by artists. Yep. Sounds like that's pretty much the consensus, is to have the separate section for soundtracks. Good idea. David, you sort yours alphabetically. Oh, you separate, yep, Tom Petty solo and then his other band with the Heartbreakers. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, some of this is tricky. Hey, Red. Are you enjoying the weather today, Red? I was out a little bit ago and it's like, it feels like it's 60 degrees. It's crazy. Try it again. Yeah. You guys, I'm terrible with trying like new music. I'm not saying I hate soul or jazz, but I just haven't been buying jazz or I haven't been venturing out into other genres. I know I probably should, but I'm happy with where my collection is at right now. Hey, Sean. Oh God, Discogs. You guys, that's another project I need to do this year. I started it when I was in Washington, and then I got so freaking frustrated because I don't know, I probably did 25 of them, and 6 out of those 25 weren't even in Discogs, and I was like, okay, so I had to set those aside, and it's like, am I going to be running into this problem the whole time I'm trying to put my collection into Discogs? And I know other people just do spreadsheets, like in Word or Excel. I think I just might go that route for now because I don't have the patience. You have big bands, and then you have your records in alphabetical order. Cool. Hey Lily, yes. You see my Veruca Salt poster? I do have an American Thighs poster too, but the frame got cracked, so I got to work on getting a new frame for that. I do have 8 Arms to Hold You. That was the album that really got me into Veruca Salt. I love them so much. That was also the first concert I ever went to, that 8 Arms to Hold You tour back in '97. I could go on and on about Veruca Salt. Cool, I got 42 people in here. Welcome everyone. Thank you. Oh, legal cardstock for tabs. If I don't have proper, yeah, I don't have any index tabs yet. That's another thing I need to get. So yeah, it looks like that is a pretty affordable way to go. Thank you, Red. Yeah, Discogs is handy. True. I'm just probably being lazy with Discogs, you guys. It's not, I don't find Discogs that easy or enjoyable to use because pressings aren't that important to me. It's nice to have a first pressing of something, but it's not why I buy a record, I guess. Oh, so you put solo stuff with the band they're most known for. Okay. So Stevie Nicks right into the Fleetwood Mac section. That's interesting, Richard. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody doing it that way. Cool, you guys. I'm getting some good ideas to think about. Sorry, I'm having to like hold my finger on the phone to read the comments, otherwise they disappear. So I don't know if you guys have any tips for that. So cool. Oh yeah, the random function on Discogs, that is really neat. I'm just thinking of like Mr. Hall of Fame's collection. Do you guys watch Brandon's channel? I'm always just like in awe of his whole record room setup. His whole house is basically music, right? So I just think it's really neat how he has his stuff organized and it's just music everywhere. Oh, you buy 90% from Discogs? I prefer to buy records, like I like the thrill of the hunt. So I like going to record stores and being surprised by finding something I didn't think I would find. I do buy on Discogs, but it's pretty rare. But Discogs is a wonderful tool for those of us who are record addicts, right? What's everyone else doing today? You guys listening to records? What are you listening to? Oh, you separate the double albums? That makes sense. The weather warps them. Where do you live, William? Oh yeah, that's a bummer if you don't have any record stores in your area. You're in New York City Hall. Awesome, Red. Are you going to do a video of what you got? Or maybe you didn't, I missed it. Dave Grohl's Play. I heard that was really good. I've been meaning to check that out and sample it. You just got done playing your guitar, Woody. That's awesome. I need to play my guitar. I was thinking about doing some more covers, putting some more covers up on SoundCloud. I don't know, with my guitar, I get in phases where I like to play and then I won't play maybe for a year or something. Like I have just a dry spell. I just have to be inspired. Hey, Pete. Getting ready for a Super Bowl party. Awesome. You know, file albums with their bands, solo albums. Okay. Hopefully you feel better, Red. Hey, Gary. Gary, I'm not showing what you sent me yet. That's why I have everything covered up over here, but I do have my stereo equipment all set up right there on my new shelves. You guys are going to see what Gary got me. It's pretty awesome. You're from Peru? Awesome, William. Wow, I got people from all over. Denmark, Sweden, Peru, Colombia. I play drums the best too. And actually, I really miss playing my drums, but I don't know what my brother did with my kit growing up. It's disappeared, and I've asked him about this, and I don't get an answer. So whenever I get my drums every day like I used to. And I think I have a video where I'm playing drums at the start of the video, but I had to take that down. I don't know. It's kind of an older video. Play you guys a song. Oh, you can't put me on the spot like that. Not right now, especially when I haven't played guitar in months, literally. I could play an original, but my guitar, like I have 2 acoustic Taylor guitars, but I guarantee you they're out of tune right now. Music collection is great for sufferers of OCD. Oh, right. Yeah. Some bands have so many different name variations. Yeah, that can be a pain. Do I remember what my kit was? It was a Mapex. I don't remember the exact model, but it was a silver Mapex, and I got it when I was probably 14 years old. The original kit I started playing on was a Ludwig, and it was like an old vintage jazz kit. It was my dad's. And once he figured out I was playing that like every day, he was like, okay, I'm going to get you your own kit. And it was a Mapex, and I enjoyed playing that for years. Yeah, Taylor, I have basically just their basic, I don't know, It's like an S110 or something, and then I have a baby Taylor guitar, so it's like a three-quarter size guitar, right? And I prefer playing the full size acoustic Taylor I have. But they're nothing like super fancy, but I do like the tone I get from Taylor's. It's brighter. I don't like Martin acoustic guitars, I'll just say that. I don't even know how to file the Dave Brubeck Quartet under B or D. If it were me, I might do B for Brubeck, but yeah. I mean, sometimes filing things away can be tricky, right? About 10% of your titles aren't in Discogs. Mostly CD Baby distributed artists. Oh, CD Baby is like, isn't that website? It's kind of like Bandcamp, so like up and coming artists can share their music. I think I used to use CD Baby. You play bass and sing a little nice. Discogs users, keep your want list private. I don't even think I think I have a few things on my want list. I guess I can put my Discogs. I can provide you my username if you ever wanted to check out what I have in there so far, but I'm telling you right now, probably only 25% of my stuff is actually in Discogs. Probably less. Hey Jeff, you've been organizing your records today. Okay, so you do some by genre separately from the alphabetical. Okay. That's what I was thinking about doing, like mostly alphabetical and then having maybe a power pop section and a shoegaze section. Gary, you had 14 guitars. Oh, I'm sorry about your injury, man. That sucks. Especially if you really enjoyed playing, like having to stop doing that, something out of your control. I'm sorry. Do I like old school hip hop? I guess I like NWA, but I like Run DMC. In fact, I had a couple of Run DMC albums. I guess it's not my preferred. It's good once in a while if I'm in the mood for it. Nothing against old school hip hop at all. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with your comments here. Oh, you're from New Orleans. Hey, Big Mama. I want to check out New Orleans sometime. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Red, creating a want list. Like I have a mental want list, I guess, when I go to record stores. Like lately I've been looking for the first two Echo and the Bunnymen albums and I can't find them anywhere. I would prefer to find OG copies of those, but it gets harder and harder to find 80s alternative stuff. As kind of like Susie and the Banshees, Echo and the Bunnymen. Susie and the Banshees especially hard to find. Do I like the Division Bell by Pink Floyd, you guys? Some of you probably know this, but I'm not a Pink Floyd fan. I am just not, you guys. I can certainly list other probably start throwing eggs at the screen. Keep the want list private, all right. Snowblower Angie, damn. That sounds pretty brutal. Hey, Dean. Go missionary for organizing records. A to Z, top to bottom, left to right. Yeah, definitely that seems like the easiest way to go, especially like if you're in a pinch and you just want to grab a record and you don't want to be confused about where you put it. Alphabetical seems like the best. Dave Brubeck under B, because you worked at a record. Cool. That's kind of what I thought too. Glad to hear that's how it's done. Oh, you unsub because I don't like Pink Floyd. All right. Can't please everyone with my music taste. I also, if I'm gonna be honest, I can't stand Kiss. And I also can't stand disco era Bee Gees, so I am who I am. Green Day is a band I can't find. They just sell out. I really like 90s Green Day, but I've kind of I haven't followed them since then, I guess. And I guess they have kind of sold out, if we're going to be honest. But that's okay. Hey, they're doing well. They're making money for a living. Kate Bush. I find it a little difficult to get into Kate Bush. She's kind of an acquired taste. But I definitely recognize her talent. Okay, David. You're my friend. I don't like Rush either. I know Neil Peart just passed away, and I have uber respect for that drummer. I'm just saying, it's okay. Like, I don't like Rush, but I love Neil Peart's skills. Rest in peace. But Rush as a band, I cannot buy their albums either. I have nothing by them. I give away, if I get something like in a collection or whatever, I have to give it away. Or as VCLT. That's just how I am. Blag, Green Day. Hey, I like Dookie and Insomniac. Hey, Ian, thanks for still being sub to me, even if I don't like Pink Floyd. And yes, Kiss. Give me legit anything else on Lookout? Like Pansy Division? I don't know Pansy Division. Really, I don't like Rush. I can't stand Geddy Lee's vocals. I cannot, I just can't stand his vocals. It ruins it for me. I recognize that they are very talented musicians, but if a singer sounds like him, I just can't listen to it. I have to be engaged. I have to be drawn in to music by the singer. It has to be agreeable to my ears. Oh, Lookout Records was Green Day's label before they went major. Okay, so like Kerplunk, that album, I like Kerplunk too. What about tribute albums by various artists? There was a good tribute album that came out on, it was like artists doing Depeche Mode songs. I know that Smashing Pumpkins contributed, Veruca Salt contributed. I really liked that. Oh yeah, Geddy Lee, not Jerry. That's okay. Stoned Immaculate. Is that the one where Days of the New did a cover of The End? Because I remember seeing like a performance, and I saw Days of the New open for Veruca Salt, so I like Days of the New a lot. It's a shame what happened to Travis Meeks. I think he's had a lot of problems with drugs and stuff. He was such a talent, but I think he was on Intervention too. If you guys ever watched that show, there was an episode on him. Do I like Yes? Let's see. I think I have Closer to the Edge. Is that what that album's called? Hey, Rob. Now that you guys bring up that, I think I want to get that. Yes, I can't stand Kiss or Disco, Bee Gees. Okay, cool. You can like Pink Floyd, that's cool. I'm just saying that I don't. How about Bad Scene, Everyone's Fault? I'm not familiar with that. Hey, Glenn. Have I heard Welsh power trio Budgie? I have no, they're like from the 70s, right? I just haven't. It's rare that I even see their records in the wild, but I have seen them shown in other people's vinyl community videos. Various artist cover Jawbreaker. What'd you miss, Rob? We're just talking about, I guess, various things. Why I'm doing this live chat is just like if I want to do it alphabetically or by genre, I guess. What about the Beatles do I like? Hang on, I missed a few. Fair to say prog rock appeals less to women than men. I guess I don't seek out prog rock. I've never really been into it. Like, I'm not into Rush or Yes. Gentle Giant, I actually liked one of their albums. It's that Octopus album. I actually kind of liked that. But I guess I don't seek out prog rock. It's a little unique, right? I'm not saying I hate it. I just haven't. It's not really my wheelhouse. Hey there. Catch up here. Do I like Warpaint? I haven't really heard their stuff. I know they're kind of a newish indie band, right? What album should I check out from them? Budgie are great. Okay, I'll keep my eye out. 90s pop punk is okay. When I hear 90s pop punk, I kind of think of Blink 182 and MXPX, Goldfinger, is that right? I don't know. Power pop is greater than prog rock. Heck yes, power pop is greater. I agree with that. Gentle Giant, yes. What off Zeppelin do I like? I love their first and second album. Their first album is my favorite. Do I have 45s? I do. You guys want me to do a 45s video? I don't have tons of them because I don't consider myself a collector of 45s, but I could get my box out and do a video showing you guys what I do have. Do I like the new Who album? I do. I just haven't listened to it enough. Upon my first and second listen, I was very impressed indeed. I'm glad. Like, I'll just say this, I like it a lot better than Endless Wire. So I just need to give it a few more listens. And I'm thinking about doing a review on the new Who album for you guys. Prog rock these days is generally anything but progressive. I don't know Nectar or Malo. Yeah, I mean, I guess anything the Who do now, it's gonna be mostly Townsend, just with the arrangements and everything. I would prefer Pete to come out with a solo album. It's been just too long, and I honestly, like in this stage of their life, I would prefer just a Pete solo album, and I would prefer it to be just acoustic. That's just me. But Pete's my favorite. So I love that he's still active in music, even though it is, you know, with the Who. I would just, yeah, I would prefer to see him do something solo, and I would love to see him on like a solo acoustic tour. You can't listen to the Who without John and Keith. I know. This is why I don't see them live anymore. I've seen them live 3 times. The first time in 2002. And you know what happened? John Entwistle died right before I was going to see them for the first time. I was so sad and bummed. You guys, that was like a huge blow. So I haven't seen them in their prime, obviously. It was fun to see them when I did. I think I saw them 3 times from 2012 through, or from 2002 to 2012, 3 times. And they were amazing, but, you know, past their prime. I love 60s Who and early 70s Who. You guys know this, though. Hey, Tim. Another Canadian. Yeah, Pete, you saw them in 2002 as well. I saw them at Tinley Park, Chicago. Yeah, I went with my friend and my mom and my friend's mom as well. Because, yeah, I had just graduated high school and we were just going to take a fun trip to see the Who. Haha, Rob, that's right. I love Rush and Pink Floyd. Right. I don't have to. Hey, Posse. Yeah, I know I can organize it whichever way I want to. It's just fun to kick around ideas, see how everyone else does it. Before, you know, I jump in and do this because that's going to take a while. Hey, Pat. Oh, you didn't hear anything good about the new Who album? It's I mean, look how old they are. They're in their 70s, so it's not going to be, you know, a blistering kick-ass rock album anymore like they used to do. But, you know, for how old they are, it's pretty damn. Cheers, sparkling water. I think Pat, I think you've done a few videos on organizing. I've never really organized all of my albums before. I kind of did when I first started getting into the hobby 2 years ago. But obviously my collection is out of control right now, so that's why I finally got some shelves, and I'm about to start that project. Oh, we had to bring up Pat's drawing on that VCLT. We had to bring that up, okay. Yeah, I don't have the vinyl reissue of Live at Leeds. That would be pretty nice to have that reissue, though. I have the CD reissue from, like, you know, they did a bunch of those expanded CD reissues of their albums and Live at Leeds, so I ended up buying those when it was like in the early 2000s. I still have them. Who's Next and Who by Numbers are your favorite? Having Who Are You as my last or my least favorite pick of the Who albums. It's amazing, like, how many people say you're not a Who fan because, you know, Who Are You is last on your list. Well, in my opinion, it's just not one of their best albums, so I'm sorry to have displeased you. This Gun Will Misfire from the new Who album. Yeah, I need to just give it a few more listens before I give my honest review, but I do like it upon my first 2 listens. Have I watched The Big Lebowski? Yes, I think I've only seen it once. I would like to see it again. In fact, I think I have it on DVD. I remember it. How many cubes? Hey, Sean, how many cubes do I think I'll fill it first? Yeah, so I'm not sure I exactly planned it out. I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but I bought 3 of the 8 cube vinyl shelves, and I just have them in this configuration, you know, 2 vertically on the sides and the horizontal one in the middle. I think I'll be okay for now. I even have my speakers kind of at ear level when I listen to music, but I'll probably, you know, once I need those particular cubes, I will move those and probably get stands for my speakers just so they're more away from the wall. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have probably at least 6 of these cubes that will be empty. I am getting pickier with what I buy, so I think I'll be okay for now. I don't know, you guys, we'll see. First pressing Jimi Hendrix. Are you experienced? Still in the Shrink. That is a nice thing to own, dude. That is awesome. Yeah, I don't have a first press of that one. Grandpa Who is a terrible idea. The Beatles are the Kinks, for sure, okay? I like the Beatles, you guys, and I think I've mentioned this in a lot of my videos. I'm not a Beatle fanatic. I like the Beatles. I don't love them. I have several Beatles albums. I think I listened to them a lot when I was in high school, and then I just kind of graduated to other bands from that area or that era, and I don't know. I wasn't really into listening to the Beatles a ton after that. Stolen Vinyl, hello. Rob, you still need to get a quick one in the Who Sell Out. We'll definitely focus on the Who Sell Out as your next one. Where's my drum set? I think my brother's over here visiting right now. I should get him and bring him down and ask him what the hell happened to my Mapex drum set. Because he also started playing drums after I started playing. And he had a few bands when he was in high school. And then I just found out that my drum set was gone one day, so I wasn't too happy about that, but I've never seen it since. Hey Eric, welcome. Hope your Sunday's going well. Hope everyone's getting ready for Super Bowl Sunday. Who's Next is an amazing album. Yeah, I can still put that on and enjoy it from start to finish. Beatles and Kinks are different animals. They are. They are. Just depends what you're in the mood to listening to at the time. Wow, you find original Live at Leeds. That's awesome. I have Live at Leeds on vinyl, but it has no inserts or posters or anything like that. You got a quick one at Noble Records. That's awesome. Yep, I have a quick one. I have an OG from my friend Bo. Yep, Super Bowl is an excuse to drink beer. I don't get into the Super Bowl, and I also don't drink, so I don't mind people who do party and celebrate. That's great. I do like watching the commercials. So if I do turn it on, I will be watching just for the commercials, and I would like to have some good snacks, some appetizers. Eclectic Eric. Eric is in the house. Hopefully, you and Veronica are gonna chill and watch the Super Bowl. Sunday's a record digging day for you. I haven't been to any record stores here in Omaha since I've moved back here, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, obviously I had to get some other things took priority, right? Like buying these shelves, and I also bought a Mac Mini so I could edit my videos a little better. So I'm a little bit broke at the moment. Band of Gypsies on vinyl. Man, I need to get that on vinyl too. That's on my want list. I'm gonna be enjoying a day off. Prefer early Kinks to early Beatles. Me too. Me too. There's something about early Kinks that's just more, yeah, to me, I get more out of early Kinks than early Beatles. Yeah, booze is pretty lame. It's okay to have fun once in a while, but I'd prefer to get up in the morning and not have a hangover. I'd prefer to stay active and do, healthy stuff. So that's why I don't drink. I guess a beer is okay once in a while. You heard Derek was in Omaha yesterday? Oh, probably. Yeah, he lives outside of Omaha. Hopefully I'll run into him at the upcoming record show. I think there's one in March, but I've met up with him at I think 2 shows before. He's a nice guy. I'd like to run into Garen again too. I haven't heard from Garen in quite some time. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know if any of you guys have heard from him. I know sometimes he joins in on Randy's Dead Wax 66, his chats, but haven't heard from him, so hopefully he's doing okay. Yeah, I think most of us watch the Super Bowl just for the food, right? Garen is MIA. Okay, I need to text him because I do have his number. He is a friend of mine, but I guess I haven't been a very good friend in checking in on him. Favorite jazz artist? Oh, good God. I guess I don't have one because I would probably have to say Miles Davis. I also have John Coltrane's, what is it called? Love Supreme. I do like that. But I cannot sit here and sound intelligent about jazz, you guys. I just can't because it's not my preferred genre. Hank Mobley, okay. Don't drink Corona. I heard you can get a virus. So why are they calling it coronavirus, you guys? I've wondered that. Gabor Szabo. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people show his records here in the VC. I haven't listened to his stuff myself. Also, Art Blakey, right? Pretty awesome. Yeah, if I turn the Super Bowl on, it'll just be to watch the commercials. I don't even know who's performing, like who is the halftime performer is or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm sure Band of Gypsies is awesome on vinyl. I'm gonna be getting that this year. I'm gonna be looking for that. Because that's one I'm missing that I need to have. Smashing Pumpkins, they are not. I think you're lying. If Smashing Pumpkins are performing, I'm for sure watching. It's a common cold virus. So I heard something different, and it's probably stupid, but someone told me that people were eating, like, I don't know, dead animals that they shouldn't eat, and it caused a big virus, like bats or something. I'm probably wrong. I don't know where I heard that, you guys. Return of Grievous Angel. So that, yeah, a Graham Parsons tribute. I'm sure that's awesome. I just haven't heard that. Hey, Jeff, welcome. I'm not going to be here for too much longer, but I was just asking how everyone personally likes to organize their vinyl collection. I was saying with my CDs over here, I have it alphabetical. Not perfect. It's not alphabetical like within the letter. It's just, you know, a pretty, I can still find my stuff pretty quick. But with my vinyl, I'm trying to, I guess, pin down if I want to do it by genre or if I just, J-Lo and Shakira, good God. Yeah, I won't be watching that. Yeah, Art Blakey's Jazz Messengers is awesome. A Night in Tunisia, that one's awesome. Not a sports guy, David. Yeah, I like playing sports, and I'll watch tennis like anytime, but I can't devote half a day or an entire day to watching football or basketball. It's okay that people do that, but I just prefer to do other things. I've got some other hobbies. You like to store yours by genre? Jeff likes alphabetical. Cool. Yeah, if you have a large amount of their albums, it makes sense to separate them out. Yeah, I think with shoegaze, I'm getting so much of it because that's like my thing now. So I think I'll just have a few shelves specifically dedicated to shoegaze albums. Um, oh, thanks, Jeff. Yep, I'm gonna do a whole room tour, but yeah, I got my stereo equipment, you know, over here. You guys aren't seeing it yet because I kind of want it to be a surprise for the big reveal. Did you guys lose audio? Thanks, Woody. Have a good day. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Your expensive records are upstairs and lower end records in the basement. I guess I've thought about like separating I have some Dean Martin records, and I thought about separating like my Sinatra and Dean Martin records, like just putting those like crooner type of records in a cube. Yes, Autumn, this is what I was kind of mentioning before. You know, something that would be kind of a dilemma or an issue would be sometimes you can't pin down a particular band. You can't really link them to a particular genre. So, like when you search for something, if you just organize by genre, are you going to remember that a band is in alternative or post punk or whatever? I think that would be difficult. Separating comps and soundtracks, yeah. Seems like a lot of people do that. That seems pretty smart. Oh, Elliot, you've tried recently rearranging and going by genres, but you hate it. See, I think, yeah, I think I might run into that issue too. I think alphabetical is probably the easiest and best way to go. Easy listening in the trash bin. Yeah, I don't think I buy easy listening. I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon, but although I do have a Christopher Cross album. I do. Hey Tony, your collection is only 150 records. I can't say that with mine. I probably have about 700 to 800 at this point. And counting. Like, I don't see myself stopping with this hobby anytime soon. Yeah, genre creates debates with your mind. That's, yeah, well said. Yes, I had the green Christopher Cross album, the one with Sailing and Ride Like the Wind or whatever. Yes, I do like that song. Jeff likes that song too. Wow, you have over 1,200. That's goals, man. That's awesome. Anyone ever smoke a banana peel? What are we talking about now, you guys? I'm probably gonna take off in a little bit. What's your preferred online vinyl store? Lately, I've been buying a lot off Amazon, like for reissues and for newer albums. Bye, Jeff. Amazon, I haven't had any issues with how they package or ship my albums. I know a lot of people have had issues with them. I also buy from Discogs, and I also buy from a Facebook selling group. I haven't had any issues with that. Sometimes I can find some cool 80s stuff from a Facebook selling group. Spinnin' by Christopher Cross is a killer tune. Oh, you have over 145s, Red. That's pretty impressive. Do I do eBay? Yes. I find a lot on eBay, especially if it's something more rare. Now, I won't spend a lot on a particular record. The most I've spent on a record is probably around $45. I'm trying to think. Yeah. And that would be like, you know, that was probably a gift for a friend. But I don't like spending more than that because I just don't make a ton of money, you guys. Like, I'd rather just find deals at record shows. That's where I have my best luck, is the record shows. Turntable Lab is okay. I haven't bought anything from Turntable Lab. I have been on their website before. I like omnivorerecords.com, because they have a lot of sales. They'll have like dent sales where you can get something, you know, half off. I've been on their, or I've joined in on their sales quite a bit. $900. I don't have that kind of money. That's crazy. Amazon is Satan. Yeah, I guess my collection hasn't reached that those heights where I spend $900. I know that's Canadian, but that's crazy. 45s are underrated. And actually they are plentiful in a lot of record stores I go to. 45s are everywhere, and they're pretty cheap. I just don't want to deal with collecting that right now. I'd rather focus on albums. Let's not get too out of hand with my hobby. Bye, Steph. Thanks for being here. Alphabetical order seems to be the general consensus with how people organize. Do I have vinyl cleaning equipment? I used, what I first started using was the Spin Clean, and I really liked that. And then I had to buy my own vinyl cleaning system when I was living alone. So I bought a knockoff Spin Clean. It's called Studebaker. I think I bought it off Amazon. It's half the price of the Spin Clean. I can do a video on this of how I clean my records. It doesn't work as well as the Spin Clean, but it does the job. The only thing is, like, when you take the record out of it, when you pull it up, the little things that are in the middle, the pads, sometimes they come up when you pull the record out, which is really annoying. But I guess that's the main issue with the one I use now. Hobby or addiction? Well, yeah, it's an addiction at this point. Just being honest. Do I struggle with finding time to listen to my vinyl? Lately, yes. It has. I've just been busy lately. In fact, I have another trip planned this coming week. So I find, and just setting this stuff up, right? Organizing my CDs, like, I'm always doing something, and I try to do a workout every day. I work every day. So lately, I feel like I've just been busier than normal, which is okay. But life will calm down. Usually winters are pretty chill for me, but I've had a lot of stuff going on lately. So I am struggling to listen to everything I want to listen to. I still have this stack right here to listen to. I was debating on whether I was going to show you guys that stack of records, but I think I'll just save that for Fine's video because I'm going to take off in just a little bit. Organized by odor. Yeah, some records are... I hate when records smell like smoke. That's a big pet peeve of mine, and sometimes I just won't even... If I find a record smells, sometimes I won't buy it. It just depends how badly, if it's on my want list. If I need it, I can ignore that sometimes, but I don't like records that smell musty, and I won't buy records that have mold on them. Thrift stores are not the best way to go for me. They're just not good here in my area. You guys know, Washington, I found some really cool cheap records. Like, do you guys remember I found that first Talking Heads album for $1 in the bargain bin, and I found like a Kinks record, Kinks Kingdom, I think, for $1. So just depends on your area, I think, for thrift stores. If I spent $900 on a record, I would feel like my life was spiraling out of control. Yes, I don't have that extra cash to do that. You have the Spin Clean clone too. Yeah, I think mine's just black, and it's the same, shape and design as the Spin Clean. But I find it's not identical to the quality of the Spin Clean, but it does the job. It's fine for what it is. It was half the price, so it's not going to be perfect. Name a record I'd really like to find. I would like to find Banded Gypsies from Jimi Hendrix, which I was just chatting with someone on here. That would be a big want of mine. I'm looking for, so I'll just show you guys this. I went back and I got this 80s press of Pet Sounds. It is on the green Capitol label. Okay, now I already have an original duophonic copy of Pet Sounds. However, and this is a mono copy from the 80s too. I find with this album, it's an album I really adore. I just want to get several pressings of it to compare, the audio quality. So I know the Carl and the Passions version is supposed to be pretty good. And I don't know, Boston Rob's probably not in here, but he is like the expert on Pet Sounds pressings. So I'd like to find a few more pressings of that. There's a few other shoegaze albums that would be cool to find. I would love an original 90s press of Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream. That's on my list, but it's basically Yeah, Love's debut. Yep, Bo is in here, and that was found at Rainy Day. That was an awesome find. Love's first record. Eric, you do have a lot of good stores in your area. You are lucky. This is an addictive hobby, yes. Do I have tinnitus? No, my ears are fine right now. I do listen to headphones a lot. But I try not to listen to music too loud. I don't want to end up like Pete Townsend where he has ear problems from, you know, his amps and everything. So I try to protect my hearing the best I can and not go too crazy. Bye, Rob. Thanks for being here. You can always tell a smoker's collection. Bye, Jeff. Thank you. You love the Beach Boys too? Yes, I love the Beach Boys. You want the 97 classic records? Yeah. Classic records, they're not around anymore, right? They don't do pressings anymore, but I love their pressings. I have Pete Townsend, his album Who Came First. I have a classic records pressing of that, as well as a classic records pressing of Quadrophenia, which are just, they sound out of this world. They are worth having. I'm happy to have those. Bye, Tony. Thank you, guys. Expensive taste. I mean, I guess I don't know how expensive my taste is, but I guess the deeper you get, spend, and then you want to get original pressings, which, you know, you're gonna have to have a bare wallet for those, right? So it just depends where the addiction takes you, where the hobby takes you. Seahorses Do It Yourself and Tom Petty's Wallflowers. Tom Petty's Wallflowers, I've seen that for like $400. Yeah, that's crazy. That would be nice to have. Hey, Curtis. Bye, Red. Thank you for joining me here. Pick up your free stash at 15th and Douglas. Awesome. Enjoy. In Sweden, you have a lot of good stores. I'm sure. I would love to go to Sweden some stations ever, though, so I would have to be prepared to go there. Bye, Elliot. All right, you guys. I'm probably going to wrap it up here in a second because my brother just came over and I want to catch up with him in a little bit. So I appreciate you guys sharing your suggestions and your opinions and how you organize your own collections. I think I'm going to do alphabetical and then have a few separate cubes for like shoegaze. So I think I'm just gonna keep it simple and, you know, low confusion. So I appreciate your tips and suggestions on that. I cannot wait to start putting my vinyl in these shelves, and I will be doing a room tour then. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, so it'll be fun. Holy Grail, Yusuf Days. My Bloody Valentine's about $70 to $80 here, original. Whoa, that's cool. So I got an OG press of Loveless from my friend Bo, and then actually when I was in Washington, I found an OG German press of Isn't Anything for $25. Now, I think they had that mismarked or they made a mistake, but $25 for an OG Isn't Anything from My Bloody Valentine was crazy. That was awesome. See you, David. Thank you, guys. I will catch you soon. Hey, Marcus. I love the Birds and the Beach Boys and not so much the Beatles. What do they do better than the Beatles? I think it's just a matter of preference. With the Birds, I love their harmonies and I love their jangly guitars, right? The Rickenbackers, the 12-string guitars, that like blended with their harmonies. That's why I love the Birds. The Beach Boys, simply the harmonies, dude. Like, for me, you cannot top the Beach Boys with harmonies. most of your vinyls, they're getting worn out? Are you... That's an interesting problem. I guess, yeah, if you listen to something over and over and over again. Bye, Mickey. Hopefully I said your name right. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up right now. This actually went longer than I thought it was going to be. So I appreciate just all of you stopping by and being nice. I thank you for joining in on my live chat. Maybe I'll do another one in the future, but I will see you guys really soon. Enjoy your day. Yep, I got several Roger McGuinn solo albums on vinyl. Yeah, I like his soul material. I love Gene Clark as well. So thank you guys. I'm going to wrap it up right now. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy Super Bowl if you're going to be watching that. Bye, Curtis. Bye, everyone.